Hello everybody, welcome to the Summit Experience. I hope this thing isn't gonna freeze because it's been acting weird. I just rebooted the computer, so I'm really hoping it doesn't freeze over again. Hello everybody and welcome to the Summit Experience. I'm going to be doing a reading from now until the 20... Well, what am I saying? Until the end of the month. I don't know if I'm gonna do the mid-months, but I'm hoping I get to them. As you guys know, it's already late. I'm doing them actually early, but I won't be able to get to send them because I have to go to the library to send the readings in. So, welcome to the Summit Experience. I'm going to be doing the reading for Libra from the whole of November. Libra, the whole of November. Let's just say that. Alright, let's get started. Libra, Lord, what can you tell me for Libra? Surface mind, shadow, past, present, and potential future. Surface mind, shadow, past, present, and potential future. Libra. First off, the surface mind. King of Cups. Yeah, the King of Cups just popped out. The Chariot and the Three of Swords. So there might be a situation here with a Cancer specifically, doesn't have to be, but there might be a situation here with a Cancer. I'm feeling like someone has left. Chariot, Emperor, Empress, your card. Look at all these major arcanas, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Fool right here. The Devil. Completely opposite energy. Let's see. A lot of major arcanas. Wow. So this is a heavy month for you, Libra. I'm already sensing that. The Queen of Wands, the Tower, and the Two of Swords. Someone is not happy, and again, we have this Cancerian energy here with the Hangman, stagnation. But I would say, the Hangman is God putting a pause so that the people involved can, go deeper and reflect on what they've done and how they've participated. Because everybody wants to blame the other person, but nobody ever really wants to look at themselves. So what I'm seeing here right off the bat is that there's been some kind of toxic masculinity involved in this situation. Some of you are dealing with a Capricorn. Some of you are dealing with a Leo. We have Aries, Leo, Capricorn, Libra, Taurus, and Cancer, and Gemini. Libra, what I'm feeling is there's something as pertaining to a father figure or a husband here. Like, it might not be someone you're married to, but like I'm getting a male energy around this person. So I'm gonna pick up more. I'm feeling like it's a male, and it could be your father or your husband or someone you have a child with. There's some kind of a strong link, a bondage here between these two people. Meaning it could be through bloodline, or meaning, you having a child with a person, does that bloodline pass down, DNA, or it could be a marriage, contracts have been signed. That kind of a binding effect with you and this person. But there's a lot of heartbreak, and it's as pertaining to like a toxic masculinity around this person. They could have like very toxic behavior. They could also be very domineering. Very domineering. Some of them were also abusive. I'm feeling like I'm getting abusive energy as well. You were dealing with someone that had like a very toxic streak, and they might have even be like been physically abusive, verbally abusive, emotionally abusive. I'm getting more emotional abuse from this person. But the strange thing is, I feel like on the surface, they looked really good, and your marriage or your relationship or whatever else looked really good. But people couldn't see what the song that's playing in my head right now. Oh, this is so cheesy, but I have to say it. There's a song I used to listen to a long time ago, by Hilary Duff. Hilary Duff. It's called Stranger. listen to that song. Those of you that have the time, those of you that have the energy. Hilary Duff, you know, the girl from Disney Channel. Hilary Duff called Stranger. You know, because what I'm hearing is there's a stranger in my life. That's how the song goes. So, which is telling me that the person would have been on the surface, they seemed really cool, really nice, very put together. But underneath it, and the institution that you guys had built together, the marriage, the relationship, or some of you are still involved in this, you know, that institution might have looked really good to other people. And they would not be able to wrap their head around why these two people are breaking up. And I also just noticed something. Here we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. And we also have the Emperor and the Empress. So I really do feel like this is a marriage, or there's some kind of binding effect that these two people have. King of Cups, Queen of Cups, Emperor, Empress. That's the husband, the wife, the father, the mother. You know, so having a child together, that kind of a thing. Others of you was a situation as pertaining to, you might have had your mom be a Leo or a fire sign, and your dad might have been a Capricorn. Or is this pertaining to a broken family that you might have been the child involved in the situation where there was toxicity in your family, in your relationship, your family dynamic, the relationship between your parents, and somehow it's siphoning onto you. And it's a time now for purging out, is what I'm getting. If that's the message that's coming through, it's a time now to release. Those of you that are married to this person, I'm seeing a divorce coming. Some of you are already on your way to divorce. Others of you have already done, you know, going through the process of the divorce. Others of you are at the precipice of finishing the divorce, or have just recently finished the divorce, but now it's like you don't know what to do. You have now this freedom, but there's this energy of not knowing what to do, not knowing how to move forward, not knowing which road turns where, how do I go, where do I go, what do I do with myself now? There's this energy of what do I do with myself now? Because even under the Queen of Cups is the Eight of Cups. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a separation here that's happening. Definitely. But this is where you're gonna, but I'm also seeing that on a positive note, this is where you're now having to kind of mature emotionally. Because now part of the fear that you have is, as pertaining to not knowing what to do or where to go, is coming from a place of having been codependent on a person for too long, having been too emotionally attached to a person for too long. And now you're at this place where you don't know where to go because you don't have that linkage anymore. And your life is in your hands. And that's frightening. Others of you are, for those of you that went through like a family, there's a family dynamic where your parents might have been separated, your mom might have left your dad, you might have abandonment issues. Now you're starting to look at it, or you're having to look at it from a deeper perspective, and how it's affecting you even, and it's followed you even into your adult life. And you're gonna have to kind of, because there's also this sense of you can't blame anybody else now, because there's an emotional maturity that's settling in within you, and an understanding that's coming in within you, where you're realizing that your life is in your hands. I hope this makes sense. It's like my life is in my hand. And I just looked at the time and it's 5:55. 5:55. That's the time right now. We all think we want freedom, but the thing is, and we do, and we deserve it. But the thing is, sometimes when you get it, you don't really know what to do with it, and it's a kind of weird place to be. But you're gonna have to mature. Well, you're already going through the maturation process. Give me more on this King of Cups. Ten of Wands, yeah. The Magician. This is what I'm saying. It's like, what do I do now? The Eight of Wands. What do I build? How do I build? Because you're carrying this Ten of Wands. This person is still carrying this burden, but they're trying to be emotionally mature, but they're still carrying this burden within them. Again, for some of you, it's a husband, it's an abusive partner you've dealt with. Others of you is abuse or abandonment from, a parent or a father figure. I feel like it would have been more from a mother figure, but the father would have been abusive to the mother. And maybe you didn't forgive your mom because you thought she abandoned you. But now, as you're growing up, you're starting to see that that wasn't the situation that happened. That's not how that situation played out. Where it wasn't, my mom was a bad person. As you're getting older, you're starting to see how relationships function and dynamics of things, or maybe some kind of truth has been revealed to you by an aunt or someone of that sort. And you're really starting to understand now your mom's perspective and the anger that you had for her. It's kind of shifting in a way. And now it's this place of being helpless where it's like, it's this feeling of guilt mixed with freedom, mixed with relief, mixed with, because it's overwhelming, but it is what it is. But now the question is, where do I go from here? Because I've spent so much of my life hating this person. And those of you that were in abusive relationships, it's like, where do I go from here? This person, I've spent so much of my time giving to this person, it's given to this relationship. Or I sold myself to this person, I sold my soul to this person, and now I don't know what to do. I don't know how to function without them. Where do I go from here? I think that's what I'm going to name this video. Where do I go from here? Because that's the energy I'm getting so strongly. Where do I go from here? Shadow. Let's look at the shadow. But you saw the magician and the Eight of Pentacles came out at both ends. And the magician is the ability to manifest, to create, to do whatever I need to do. And it's the highest level of, tarot alchemy. Because I always say it starts with the hermit, which is deep self-introspection, which would also be kind of the energy of the hangman when, like I said earlier, when God puts a pause so that all the people involved can take a deeper look into themselves, which is the hangman, hermit kind of energy. And then it graduates and it goes a little bit higher now to the next step, which is the high priestess, the knowledge, the consciousness, the awareness now, because you've done the work. So now you're aware. And then it goes into the magician where it's like, okay, now that I'm aware, what do I use this knowledge to manifest for myself? Now that you're focusing, and the thing is, you're trying to move into the King of Cups where you're emotionally satisfied and emotionally balanced and emotionally gratified within yourself, but you can't take that, you can't get to that energy. What some of you are trying to do is you're trying to skip the stage or skip through a stage in a way. It's like you're in the hermit process, but you're trying to maybe skip the high priestess to go to the magician. Or you're not fully developed in the high priestess energy of self-awareness, but you're trying to manifest already. Because it's like, okay, I want to get to the King of Cups. I want to get to my happiness. I want to get to my abundance. I want to get to my fulfillment. I want to get to my my forgiveness, my emotional balance and whatnot. But you're still logging in while going about that path. You're still carrying this burden. And you cannot carry this burden into that next stage. That's what the Fool represents. Letting go of the things that no longer serve you. And that's why the Two of Swords came out with the Fool earlier. You guys can rewind and look at the cards that I placed. The very first thing the very first spread I did right here. We had the Two of Swords right over the Magician, over the Fool. You cannot carry that burden with you into the newness. The Fool represents letting go of excessive baggage. That's why he travels with a small bag. Let go of the things that don't serve you. Take only what is necessary. You cannot carry all this burden into the newness, because then the newness just becomes corrupted. Shadow for Libra. The Knight of Pentacles, slow movement, the Moon, That's the High Priestess energy, and the Eight of Pentacles, the ability to build. Do you see that? It came out again. The Ace of Wands, a brand new beginning. And the Queen of Wands, you can do it. You have the power to do it. You can. And the Queen of Wands came out earlier with the Empress. So that's very positive. And here we have the Moon, the Wheel of Fortune, yes, and the Seven of Wands. And here we have the Eight of Swords. Final energy at the bottom. Okay. Take your time. Do not skip stages. You don't get to skip stages. Take your time through the purging out. And don't get frustrated with yourself. Now, I'm not telling you to just, say whatever to the process and not do the work. But I'm saying do the work at your pace. Forgive at your pace. Don't beat yourself up. And now that you're in this state of not knowing what to do and not knowing how to move forward and not knowing how to build, because it's like, I'm getting, Eight of Swords, and look what comes right under. The Four of Pentacles. Holding on. This is what I'm saying. You cannot carry the anger, the hurt, the frustration, the disappointment, the anxiety. You cannot carry that with you. You cannot carry it. You cannot achieve this, which is what you're trying to achieve, while carrying this. You cannot do it. You cannot. And if you're in that place right now, then that means you're not ready yet to access this energy of the King of Cups, of emotional balance and mastering self. You're not yet in that energy of that. Whatever the person did to you, whatever they said, the abuse, you've not perhaps forgiven them thoroughly, or you've not let go of it. And again, that is your right. Don't rush the process. Accept that it is a process. Go through the process. Don't rush the process. You're not wrong for feeling the way you feel, but you don't get to skip stages in the healing process either. That's just not how it works. Because it's like moving from one house to another and then trying to bring everything with you. Everybody knows that when you relocate, your chances are you're going to sell some stuff, do like a yard sale. You're going to give away some stuff. You're going to donate some stuff. You don't have to, but chances are that's what you're going to do, right? And I'm using, this is a horrible example, but I'm just using it to make kind of like a point. Because you have to clean up space. Okay, let me put it this way. When you're filling in your closet, buying new things, your closet gets full. In order to buy new things and have enough space to accommodate those new things, you have to clear out space. You have to make space. You have to make space for the happiness to come in. You have to make space. And you cannot make space while holding on to past situations and carrying the burden along with you, because that's keeping you stagnant. And you cannot bring that lower vibrational energy into the new phase that you're moving into, because it's right from the bat, it's self-sabotage. It's corrupting the energy. So take your time. Don't rush through it. Understand it's a process. You will be victorious. I really do feel that, but you need to kind of take your time. You kind of need to chill a little bit. Breathe, because I'm getting this energy of like, what do I do now? Just breathe a little. Anyways, that's the message for you guys. Thank you guys for being here. I hope it helps somebody. If you want a private reading, you can find me on Instant Go, and you can also find me on my email. Please be mindful that I'm only available after like 5 p.m. on Instant Go. So if you're not available around that time and you can't contact me, then please do it the traditional way. All the information of how to book a reading is down below in the description box. Just scroll down below to the description box and you find all the steps and stages. Thank you guys, and I wish you the best. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.